The Manticores and the Muggles play off the top spot in the Vic Cup standings.
Yeah, they are. They're 1 and 2 at the moment. Same number of goals, but Muggles have just let in just a few more, both on 4 snitch catches as well. So it's definitely a good match.
Here we go.
It's immediately.
That's someone beat out.
Oh, no beaters, and what
that
a
was
tackle!
A tackle and a half. Jeez,
I don't know how you quantify half a tackle, but that was a brutal tackle. Excellent defense.
Mailing with the quaffle. Here we go.
There's no bludgers in that tackle.
Just blame me.
It's the only way to really stop the play, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
Slow.
Manty's moving up the pitch now. Muggle beater coming from side, and James Williams is beat. Pass goes back home hoops, intercepted by Maddie Kerr maybe.
And it is no
Dan?
beaters.
I think that might be Dan. He makes the pass to Max.
Oh no, he's dropped it. He's damp, be aware.
It's gone back over top, and Dan Ling has recovered the ball. And he's
thrown that to literally no one. That is...
He actually threw that to a beater, I think, but then realised his mistake far too late. And Mailing recovering the quaffle for the Manticores.
That was awkward.
Who do you think?
A team list today, Sally? No.
Who do you think's the favourite coming in, Jack? Like they're both 1 and 2, but who do you feel's got the upper hand?
I want to say I'd be back in the Manticores, but I really don't know how this match is going to go. Looking at the sublines, the Muggles look like they have more legs though. Oh, and that mate. Williams has made a beat. What's it going on? Mailing's driving, and straight through the middle hoop.
That's a good drive, and I think we're probably going to see a lot more driving, especially in this game as opposed to the later games. The ground is still quite damp, so you don't really want to throw because throwing is just inherently worse, I feel.
Sure, Tim, sure. And here we go, Dan Ling with the quaffle. The two Maddies and Max supporting him as chasers. I don't know these beaters' names. Pass goes back to Dan, and then to Max. Muggle beats out the point guard, and there we go.
Nice.
Williams is going to make the beat.
Coming. Good pressure on the ball carrier. Forcing him wide here.
Very wide. Blamey makes the tackle.
That is a great tackle.
But he's trying to break through, and
he's kind of almost got him on the broom.
Pass goes back to Dan. He makes the pass to Maddie.
That is a great shot.
That is a great shot.
Unintentional. Got some great beater fighting over here.
Cassia beat out.
Beat. Oh wow, that was just an exceptional
Williams
turn.
taking out all the bludgers and leaving Mailing. He's gone straight through. Mailing's gone around.
Yeah.
Got around one and then just shot the goal.
Good early call of no beaters.
Yeah.
And he was the only one with a beater, a bludger. The only beater with a bludger. So as soon as they went to go retrieve one, he beat them, and it was a very effective strategy.
That's the way it goes.
It's early on, but I think offense is overall winning this one. There's been a few very good tackles, but overall I think there's the offense has been very strong today.
Yeah, we're just saying some brilliant beating from the Muggles. With them taking out the entire beater defense. Pass goes from goes back out to Dan, who's gonna have a look. He's intercepted by Emily Mary there, and the pass has gone back to Mailing to get control in the keeper zone for the Manticores. Got Max for the Muggles out on point. Getting pushed back a little bit by Williams with the bludger, and
he's using that bludger just
Williams
so well.
Beat out. I thought that was beat. Maybe he wasn't. And Dan with that ball, gaining control of the quaffle. And
great awareness.
Yeah.
Of where the opposition beaters are. Thought he was clear, but held up.
Muggles just getting bludger control there with that last little bit of beater play. And, who's that? Is that Ed? I think that might be Ed. Coming on now for the Muggles. Subbing off for Max.
Oh, excellent.
And we now have a score.
We now have a team list.
That's the one I'm looking for, team list.
That's going to be helpful there.
Dan leading with the quaffle here. Makes the pass back to Ed.
Just kind of going back and forth, just slowly.
Slow balling.
Oh,
Ed
nice.
ducks around Blamey.
But hasn't really progressed that far.
Here we go. He's charged. He's had a bit of a stumble. And we're getting moved. Had a bit of a stumble, and Dan Ling is dismounted and running back.
Dismounted. Held the ball up there.
Yeah. And the Manticores are setting up for an offensive drive, mailing with the quaffle. Where's the other beast for the Manticores? Williams is
going to retrieve the
off camera.
ball.
Mailing has gotten around his point. Some very swift
good
running.
Pass.
And
Now he's held that up. He's realised he can't take on 2 beaters. Very few people can.
He's Dort's 2.0. He can pretty much do whatever he wants.
I think that is true.
Yes.
A couple of more substitutions by the Muggles there.
Yeah, Izzy Wright coming on closest to us, and I'm not sure who that Muggle is on the other side.
No bludgers, so they've got great pressure here. Great pressure. Force.
Well done
bad
there.
Throw. He can just go. There's no reason for him.
Through, and that is a goal to Ed from the Muggles.
Yeah, no, that was good.
To make the score 20-all.
James threw his bludger and it missed, and then there was no bludgers, and he just went for it. Very good play.
Sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles, Tim.
It's 20-all, so the game is obviously it's very even on the scoreboard.
Very much up for grabs.
But I can't help but feel that despite the score being the same, I feel the Manticores have an upper hand. Like, I just feel their offense is a lot scarier, and they look like they're more likely to score on any given play.
With the Manticores just scoring there, Mailing putting it through to give the Manticores a 10-point advantage over the Muggles at the moment.
Yeah.
And the ball will go back to Dan Lane. And everyone's just moving a little bit slowly here. Blamey on point for the Manticores, and Dan just looks like he's looking for an option, looking for his beaters to make an option for him to get past that James Williams.
And
here we go.
That is a bad
pass.
turnover. That is a bad turnover.
Reclaimed by 54 for the Manticores. And Williams is calling slow play, and everything slows down a little bit. We've got David Blamey behind the hoops here, seemingly not picked up by any Muggles.
She's seen him now.
Izzy Wright's gone to him. And it goes up and intercepted by Dan Ling, and he is making a charge. He makes a pass. I think that might be Matt. And that's a no goal.
No, I just don't feel that was the correct option at the time. He was under some pressure, yes, but it doesn't mean that was the best option.
Wait, do you mean the Mailing pass, or?
No, the throw towards goal. I think it was an attempted shot, but he wasn't under that much direct pressure, and he just kind of gave it up.
Sure. I'm still not sure what play you're talking about, but anyway, Mailing here with the quaffle. A couple of substitutions. I believe his name's Jack coming on pitch, and who's 42?
We've got Mary Claire.
And Mary Claire coming on pitch. Mary Claire moving behind hoops.
Being picked
pass
up
goes
well.
back to Mailing. Yeah.
The ball has just been. There's been a lot of very slow play. There's not a lot of trying to rush what they're doing.
Yeah.
James making his move to occupy that beater. There's no beaters. And
Mayling's just going to go straight through here. And that is another goal to Mayling.
And that's 2 of them he took on then. He was just pressing over against 2 of them, but there was nothing they could do.
Making the
very
score
strong.
40-20 with the... So it's just the brooms down for a broken broom. And I think I heard blood rule on James Williams, but it seems to be all good now. Now, who's got the quaffle? Ed's makes the pass back to Dan in the fence with David, Blamey, and Cass on point.
Right.
Cass beat out, and the Muggles regaining bludger control. Yeah. Pass goes back to Dan Ling. Just Ed and Dan passing game at the moment. Looking for, and here comes, I think it's Andrew, Dan making the pass to Ed, and Andrew just hassling Williams with that.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's something that's really important. James is a very good beater, and you kind of got to take him out.
And it comes, and that's a no. That should be a no goal.
No goal.
Definitely beat before.
Beat before.
Who's got the
good
quaffle?
play.
Mayling got with the quaffle here, bringing it down to the Manticores.
Overall,
and Jack a newer recruit for the Manticores with the quaffle. Goes back to Mayling.
Just comes out,
and the pass goes to Blamey, and he strong tackle.
But it's regained by Mayling.
Mayling with the quaffle resetting
it, letting all of his chasers go to hoops, touch and come back in.
Yeah.
Just slowly progressing it.
Yeah. Pacing. Oh, well beat there by Williams. And
it is. It's created a really big...
Dan Lean again.
Williams is just a very aggressive... An aggressive beater. Like, he plays the defensive beater really well, but I think where he's really excelling is on offense. He's getting up there as the only beater with a bludger for the Manticores, and he's creating large gaps which they're utilising really well.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's sort of as he beats him there, it just creates a vacuum in front of goals that Mayling's willing to exploit. Muggles very slowly moving the ball up here. I think Williams briefly beating Dan before, but it was in the
stripped. Oh no!
Yes!
Oh, that is a good recovery.
And that is a goal. Was it a goal?
It was not a goal. No goal. He's beat him.
Should have brought my glasses. But here we have Mayling charging immediately to put it through middle hoop.
Yeah.
That's straight through middle hoop.
That is one of the very few quick plays we've seen. Most of the game has been very, set up and pass around, but that was one of the very few quick breaks we've seen.
That is the fastest break that I've seen this morning.
So it's now 20-50 in favour of the Manticores. Difference of 30, so that is snitch range.
Yeah, another goal and the Manticores are out, but look,
I don't think the Muggles have looked out of it.
They definitely don't look out of it, but they certainly need a goal here to stay within the game.
They do, and I think that's something that's that probably weighs on them. They can see the score. They know they need this before seeking becomes prevalent. That's a long-range beat there. That was
that's that Muggle offence. Blamey totally on the ball and giving it straight to Mayling. Here we go. Mayling with the ball, running it up, and
he's played the entire game so far, and he doesn't look tired. He looks good.
That's being captain of all our beaters gets you. Just fitness. I actually think he's come back from a bit of a holiday, I've heard lately.
Interesting.
So yeah, obviously reflecting in his game today, looking refreshed, looking fit,
strong.
And Blamey making the pass back to Mayling, and
he's just kind of holding it up.
Options. There's a lack of Williams's lack of urgency, but Williams isn't pushing with his bludger like he has been other players today.
And he could be very tired again. I think he's been on the entire game, and he runs hard.
I think they're just...
As a beater.
Or maybe they're just trying to see... Oh, here he goes. Now something will happen. Williams is in. He's beat out the one bludger in defence. Bailey's put that up. Blamey's got to the quaffle first. And... they're well beat there by the Muggles.
Yeah, well beat.
Beater in defence.
James just had unfortunate. It was a great beat, but just the bounce went way too far for him. And so he couldn't get, that second beat that he so commonly gets. It really opens it up.
Yeah. But Muggles' defence proving too strong on that offensive for the Manties, and the score remaining 50-20 to the Manticores.
Luke Paul coming on.
Oh yeah. Look, we see.
No one seems to have picked him up. He's just kind of there. I don't know if they've even noticed. Just slowly dropping behind. There we go.
And the Muggles are just content to slow ball it at the moment.
It's a very, very slow ball.
A little bit of a fend off. Ooh, that is a strong looking tackle. And Max is going for a run. He's going for a very big run. He's twisted.
Oh, that's a good move.
He's spinning.
Yeah, one thing that I don't think we can underrate is how threatening James is without throwing his bludger.
Yep. Intercepted wonderfully.
That is a great interception.
And the ball goes back to Mailing with the Muggles' offense stifled, for want of a better word. And Mailing just bringing it up through the middle here.
Yeah. It's been an overall good game.
Very enjoyable.
Being relatively even, slightly in Manticore's favour, both obviously on the field.
Williams was doing his thing. And here comes Mailing, straight through the little hoop.
And there we go. There's the 40-point gap.
Yeah, just now.
I'd like to point out it is not 2080 as the scoreboard currently says.
Yes. Anyway, I think Mailing has almost scored every goal today for the Manticores. I'm not sure there's been another... I can't confirm this, but I'm not sure there's been another goal
bring that up on Twitter, #FactCheck. Has he scored all the goals? Someone let us know if Jack's correct.
That I think Mailing scored all the Manticores goals today.
And again, this bludger control that Manticores have is just making it very hard for the Muggles to, make any progress.
Even push back into his defensive 50 briefly. Yeah, it's not moving particularly fast here for the Muggles.
And again, I don't think it's been no bludgers.
Luke!
No! He's dove on it.
Ultimately,
there's no bludgers here. There's no bludgers. So James is going to slowly come over and get rid of.
I'm habit of making calls like this, but I think that's just the Muggle offensive stuff.
Yeah.
As soon as bodies hit the ground, that
the game,
wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah. Except back to the Manticores.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah. So here we see, mainly bringing up the quaffle. Oh, Williams missing a beat. Oh, and double beat there. Mailing he's missed the middle hoop, and
Luke's just turtling on that.
On it, and yeah, that is a effective defence there from the Muggles.
Yeah, no, it's well done. Just while they're bringing the ball up nicely, just take a look at David there. What do you think of his beard?
That's a lush beard.
That is a great beard.
I enjoy his beard.
It's a nice beard. Feels very warrior-like. Makes him feel a little bit more threatening with a bludger. I think everyone with a beard looks a little bit more threatening.
I'd say it's almost fearsome.
Fearsome.
As he starts beating out Manticores in the offence. But he's only beating at that point chasing his chasers seem to be waiting for him to do something to that incredibly strong Manticore bludger defense.
Williams just controlling his defense, He's letting people
And I'm not...
I think that's a pretty fair warning. The Muggles are playing it very slowly. Luke Paul there. Again, no one on him. And he beats.
Yep, and here they go.
Oh!
This is going to be another mailing goal straight through.
Mailing goal.
Puts them...
David's huge throw, just missing him. He even ducked below it.
And that makes the score 90-20 with...
Is it 90? No, it's not 90-20. It's 70-20. Because last goal was out of snitch range, so now it's 70-20.
Maybe I'm just confused by what's going on with this scoreboard. I think you might be right there, Timothy.
So 70-20, at this stage they need 2 goals to get it to a draw, essentially. So, and
to bring it back to play
I just feel the Manticores are just so in control. Look at that. Like,
they've called that a no-goal.
They've called that a no-goal on the beat? Or,
I don't know what it was for.
So I think it was
and the
by the goal ref.
Called a timeout.
Yes, baby!
Alright.
And I don't know how James managed to do that. Like,
I think
he was out of play, touched hoop, and then managed to get the ball the Muggle was standing right on top of. Like
Dan Lane coming on as chaser here. There we go.
I think we've got a
ball back to Mailing.
Got a snitch on pitch.
Yeah, Nathan Mawson snitching today for this game. It will be.
Do you think we're going to have it's going to be a long snitch today, or do you feel it's going to be a little bit drawn out?
It depends what the Muggles do in terms of seeking. They go for defensive. Ooh. Broom's down. Ooh.
I think there's a difference between the opinion of the head ref and the goal ref.
Head ref wanted to call it a goal, but goal ref said no.
I think they feel they can recover the difference.
Yeah, so no goal there for the Manticores. Broom's down, being to discuss how valid the goal was, and just Timothy and I were discussing whether the Muggles will go out to defensive seek here or whether they'll be going for the catch. I think the Muggles are desperate enough that they're going to defensive seek to try and work themselves back into the game.
I mean, in theory, I understand that, but in practice, I just don't see the Muggles having the ability to score 3 goals and then catch the snitch to win. Like, that requires them to score more than they've already scored. Unanswered too. That's a very good point. And
yeah, but like we said earlier, this game is for the top spot on the VQA ladder.
It is.
I think the Muggles are going to try and remain in it for
as we were saying, we'll get a little bit of a focus on it after this play. But the what a beat! I mean, I'm not sure you can really beat a quaffle as such, but you know. Now, as you called it before, the Muggles are seeking defensively.
And Williams is pulling out all the party tricks at the moment.
That was great. And you see, yeah, so there she is. She's just getting in the way. She's not trying at all, and it's making the snitch's job much easier because he's only really got to worry about one.
Mailing with the quaffle here in the Manticores offence, blaming now receiving the pass. 54's moving quite quickly, looking for creating space.
Really got it.
Sam just missing the beat on Mailing, and the pass goes back to Blamey. He's going to look for a goal now. Blamey looking, well blocked there by Dan, and he will pick this up, and he's going to stop.
Again, Manticores are trying hard. They want this game to be over. They're up, and this will all but secure them the top spot.
Max coming on the seek here for the Muggles. We might see a change of
tactic.
But judging by that, we're not.
I mean, he could have stolen it right then. He could have just lent his hand around and grabbed it. But I think...
and Dan's coming. Oh, pass goes back to Ed. Dan being meted up. The pass is gone behind Hoops. Jess receiving it. little bit of a shove from behind there, but umpire's not going to call it. Right there with the ball. She's
toying with some boundary here.
She's done a little bit of spinning.
But again, just the number of Manticores there is too high.
Yeah, and they weren't receiving any support there.
They weren't receiving any support. And again, as the Manticores bring it up, we've just got the Muggles Seeker just standing there. So it's very clear that the Muggles are not trying to end this game. Like, the Snitch is not at all worried about Chapman here.
And blamey with the quaffle now. He's looking to get around Dan. Pass goes back to Mailing. And look, it's slowed right down here again.
It's slowed, and I think when the Snitch comes out, the game generally does slow down.
It's been a bit of a... Tim, I think it's been a bit of a slow game.
I mean,
the entire day.
Been a very slow
pass goes over the top.
Oh, that is a
Mailing dodges that beat, and he's going to go straight through. And John, for the Manticores, scoring a goal.
So, in your opinion, is that the first goal not scored?
I think that is the first goal for the Manticores not scored by Mailing.
That'll help his tally on the...
Yeah, Manticores changing things up here.
That's 7 goals to Mailing, if you're correct. That's going to boost his standings.
Yeah. Pass goes back to Dan in the Muggles offense.
Wow, this Seeking's gotten to a really defensive level. They've had a change of Seeker. They've even gone with a beater on the Seeker while only having one.
Also, Dan driving that in and just missing his target there.
Oh. It's thrown back.
And Williams
James,
onto that bludger.
He was very aware of what was going to happen there. Nice little stop there, throwing his bludger into the other bludger just to slow it down, realising he can't touch it.
I said before, Williams has upped his game. He's pulled out all the party tricks.
So far in offence. He almost needs to come back to help.
No, he's right.
He's
Williams
literally just running in circles. It's quite amusing. I like it.
Anyway, Manticore's quaffle offense is slowly catching up. Screen there ultimately wasn't all that effective, but well beat there by the Muggles defense, and Edge regains control of the quaffle.
Erin is seeking for the Manticores at the moment, and she's just got such long arms that I feel like if it were an actual battle to actually catch the Snitch.
In saying that, she's subbing off now for Emily Mary.
Interesting choice.
I think they're just looking for
I think they were just looking for a bit of a break for Erin there, but she's going to go hard. Erin's going to go hard.
Oh, sorry, no, the other one.
Emily's going to go harder about it, and I don't think she's going to.
Missed shot on goal. Mr. Ferocious. Oh, well done there.
Nice. It's that beard.
It is that beard. Oh, damn! Goal from outside keeper's zone, and that
is a great shot.
Brings the goal differential to 50 points with the Manticores still up.
But again, they still need another 2 to even bring it to a draw.
Yeah,
and
but they
need to be
particularly quickly.
I feel.
But the amount of scoring.
Here we go. She's all by it. Mary by herself now is the only Seeker, and your job's much easier when you don't have to worry about the other Seeker deliberately blocking you.
That's very true, but that is the point of defensive seeking.
It is the point of defensive seeking. It's just
Manticores are just looking for options here in offence. They're trying to pick apart the Muggles' defence. Pass goes across to Mailing. Dan Lean again! They're going to go.
They're going to go. They're going to go. This is in.
This is Dan Lean again. That's a no goal. Well beat.
I think that could be the greatest beat of all time. And that was a fling and hope. And
if you're Dan Lean, you've got to be disappointed right now.
He is currently reevaluating his decisions that led him to this point in life. That is just really unfortunate for him.
Was that a Williams beat? Was it?
I think it was. Just a long throw, and that's one thing I think we always underestimate is how good Williams is with a long beat.
It's not something you see, not
that
something,
often. But,
not something beaters attempt often, but when you pull it off like that.
Taunting the Seekers, slapping brooms out.
Yes.
And again,
I've always loved a bit of slapping of the old brooms.
very unhappy there.
Manticores rather just testing the Muggle defence.
Matty just kind of
looking
standing
for a
there,
place to
being very non-aggressive. At some point,
Pass goes back to Jack. Oh, Mailing wants it, and he's beat. He's beat.
At some point,
Oh, that's another beat. Strong beating
I
there
feel you
from
have to
Muggles
concede
defence.
that defensive seeking isn't going to work. But I don't know when that point is.
The thing
Like,
is, though,
you take
Tim,
the point for the
they're
snitch.
they're only 2 goals. That's not a thing anymore. They're only 2 goals down, and they're only 1 goal down now.
That is a long throw. Long throw for a great goal.
And they're back. They're right back in this game.
I feel like
Manties aren't scoring at the moment, and we are seeing unanswered goals from
we
the
are
Muggles.
seeing unanswered goals, and
I
it's for
think-
the first time all day. And I think one of the things that's really interesting is the Manticores' offensive pressure, where they've been so good, just kind of hasn't been there. They're there, but they're not.
It feels like they might have faded a little bit, but
But
it'll be
again,
interesting to see how they respond to this challenge.
They're still. I'm not going to say they're comfortably in front, but they're definitely in the position you'd rather be in. Like, I mean, momentum is with the Muggles, but I'd rather be up by the amount they're up.
Driving, but that is a no-goal.
That's a no-goal.
And Muggles
She's
regaining
beast,
control of the
yeah.
Quaffle. Yeah. So we've seen...
There's budget control to the Manticores here. Do the Manticores, do you think one of them should come over and just give them a 15-second go for Erin to have a go at the Seeker? I mean, at the Snitch by herself.
Oh,
That's a very high beat. That wouldn't beat most people.
She's going
Erin's very tall.
It'll be interesting to see how the game changes with
Didn't need to beat him.
if the Muggles manage to score here, which Ed's making his move.
Ed is, and he's beat.
Gets the pass to Maddie. Oh, and Maddie with the goal!
Oh, jeez. It's now 50-80, and so now it's back. It's back.
It's all on.
The Snitch is now very.
Mailing's going for the drive. Oh! What's
One,
going on
down.
there? That is a goal
That is
to
a
the
goal.
Manticores.
And
Okay, Stormlords.
we're back to defensive seeking.
We're in range? Okay. We better actually score. Boom.
And the broom's down there just to replace all of the hoops that got taken out, I think.
Yeah, it was quite a full-on offense there by the. There we go. Erin's got, until Maddie comes back, and she's got 15 seconds worth of aggressiveness.
And who's got Dan Lean's got the ball here. We'll see how this
Again,
goes.
James
Pass goes
is
across to Maddie. Goes to Luke.
Luke.
Oh, and he gets
Kind of crunched.
Yeah.
He's beat.
Oh, that was yeah. And the turnover there.
Yeah, turnover there. Good call. It was definitely a questionable dropping of the ball.
It was kind of like a fling up, and the keeper just took advantage
Yeah.
of it. But questionable is definitely the best way to.
So we've got another Seeker sub on for the Manticores here. How long have we been going for? This has been quite a long match.
Pass goes back to Mailing.
Personally, especially when the way the game is decided, essentially via the snitch catch, has been quite slow. There's been a
lot of defensive seeking from
very
Muggles.
very low amounts of offensive seeking from the Muggles. I think for a period of almost about
10 seconds.
20 seconds is going to be my call, but 10 could also be very accurate.
Yeah. Muggles in the offense. Muggles in the offense here. Ed with the ball, and they're, I think, having a bit of a chat, looking.
I think they're trying to work out how they want to go about this. Right? They need the goal, and then they need the snitch catch, and that ties it at 90.
Yeah.
Apiece. So I definitely think the defensive seekings. I must admit, I was Luke's let it through.
Luke's fumbled the ball. He's got the pass out to Maddie. Maddie's done well to almost get control there, but not.
Oh, he's off. He's off.
Mailing
off
his
dismount,
and then Maddie's pushing.
Maddie.
Pass goes to Ed, back to Luke. And Danleen wants it. But ball is recovered by Blamey.
Ball recovered. Yeah, I must admit, again, as I was saying before that play, I'm a bit critical of defensive seeking in many respects, but the game is actually very close, so can't really hold it against them.
Despite it being
trying
just
to win.
out of snitch range at the moment, the Muggles are definitely looking for the win, and I think.
And I'd like to comment on the the seeker game of who's looking more likely, but again, it's not really a matter of
pass to John. No goal there. Beat.
No goal.
Beat by 54 was beat. And they're going to go now quickly.
Go quickly. James is there though, and I think he's. Oh, what a beat! What a beat! Just still kicks it into him.
Pass off to Dan.
Still got the pass off. And he needs some support, and he throws that back.
Maddie, resetting that nicely. Requaffle nicely, and they will reset the defence.
He's just been on fire. He's got his long beats. He had that great save where he deflected the quaffle with a bludger, and he just, had a beat with a kick. Everything, beaters talk about doing but never actually do. He's done.
Deflecting goals with bludger
I think that's almost like the ultimate level.
No.
That's a great tackle. Pass back.
And Maley's going to swoop here.
James is going to help him. Oh, nice deflection.
And Maley's going to just charge in and straight through the middle hoop. There we go.
So,
and the Manticores scoring against
50.
Yeah, 50-point differential.
Again, as I keep saying, you can't hold it against them that they're defensively seeking. But it is drawing this game out like it is. It's been going for some time.
Indeed.
As the match goes on, obviously it's essentially the Muggles that are, extending the game. Do you think the Manticores look better than the Muggles? Which side do you think looks more tired? I think the Muggles have more legs, but I don't think they've utilised the sub numbers they have.
I think the Manticores have just been consistent all day, and that's ultimately at the moment that's what's getting them over the line. Consistency and really good passing. So at the moment we've seen a lot of the Muggles missing passes, and I think it's really, really costing them in offence for sure. And just the Manticores have been consistent. Their
defensive pressure is just exceptional. I can I'm not on the field. I'm not playing, but I can feel the pressure the point guards got on them. Slowly brought up. Bailey. Oh.
And no bludgers now in the defence. Oh, bounce pass. And
I never feel the bounce pass is effective.
I think I've seen it most effectively utilised by the Manticores.
Oh, absolutely. But just because it's the most effectively used by the Manticores doesn't make it the most effective. Aaron being beat there again.
Yeah. Look, I'll agree to disagree about the bounce pass. I think it's an effective way to get around.
Oh, it can be. I just think in that exact situation, it wasn't the correct call. Overall, I'm liking the colour of the bludgers. We've gone with very interesting colours of bludgers today. No stereotypical colours.
Here we go.
Got blue, orange, and yellow. No, blue, purple, and yellow. Oh, that's two are down.
And the turtle from Mailing recovers the bludger for the Manticores. And bludger, what am I saying? The quaffle for the Manticores. And Mailing will kickstart an offensive push from the Manticores here. The pass across to John. He's king, and he's coughed that up pretty easily in the end.
Again, I personally think the Muggles should be pushing here. They had I think what was a 4-on-2 unfortunately, one of those is James, and James is about 6 people. So I think they're currently breaking the number of people they're allowed on the field with James playing. Yeah, like James is a defence by himself.
Way to say it. Missed goal there from Dean, and and Blamey just showing the younger Manticores exactly what you do in defence if you're a chaser. You turtle on that ball.
You turtle on that ball, and then you wait for your bludgers to come.
You wait for your keeper, and that's just classic leadership there from David Blamey.
Again, I feel
now the Manticores are really pushing for some more offensive seeking. Bringing the quaffle up via the snitch.
That was, James went in there, and I think the beta games become very aggressive now.
A yellow card to Williams, I think, for a behind tackle.
It's going to be a yellow?
Brooks had his yellow card out.
And again, you know, this is a very good opportunity for the Muggles to get one of those goals that they need.
Yeah. Get the goal that they desperately need.
They're down. They're their best player down.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's naive of anyone to think that, you know, James is probably not. If he's not one of the most important.
And Muggles squandering that opportunity.
He's not the most. If he's not the best player, he could be the most important player.
He's certainly been a key player today for the Manticores.
Yeah, and
no bludgers here, and Dan Lean's going to charge for. He's missed that. He is absolutely.
I think that was meant to be a pass, but it just.
Either way,
it was a bad move.
Yeah, he absolutely sprayed that. And that young Muggle just kind of running around beating people. It's pretty fun, but yeah, Muggles needed that goal.
They really did.
Now what you'll see here in this Muggles offence is they're going to drive the quaffle up via the seeker, so that allows the beta. I thought they were going to do it. They haven't actually done it this play, but
I think part of the reason is that that's what they're expected to do. So, you know,
but they'll come up and they'll allow some beta pressure on the seeker for the seeker as well.
Doing something that is
Mailing
unexpected.
is beat out in the offence, and Max is gonna slow ball. Goes back to Dan.
James is back, so
yeah,
he's currently the one without the bludger, so he'll go and try and retrieve one. Just hope he's not as aggressive with 1.5 here.
Yeah.
Trying to.
Well done there, Cass, getting the pass to Williams.
Williams is just, look at that, like, you know, really aggressive, and you know,
accepting the pass, and it's an interesting manoeuvre there from Mailing and Blaming. I don't think we can show that on camera, actually. Just inappropriate there from the big truck. And
I think one thing, you know, the Manticores should probably consider is, you know, just, can we beat this Muggle Seeker?
They're doing it.
There we go. They've beaten them.
They've been putting some beta pressure on that Seeking game.
The Muggles are aware of that, and then they beat the Manticore Seeker.
Blamey missing the goal there.
One goal down.
Dan just being far too strong for that Manticore chaser.
Controls with Manticores. I haven't seen the stats, but I'm not sure the Muggles have scored on any play where the Manticores have bludger control.
I was just going to say it's been a little while since
they've scored in general.
Scored, yeah.
I mean, it's been a little while since any scores happened, but particularly a Muggle score.
Just off the camera, Manticores are trying everything to try and get this snitch. They've gone through 4 seekers so far. I think it's a very... Oh, was that... The goal ref has called that a goal. Head ref hasn't acknowledged it.
No goal.
Yeah, no goal.
I think the thing is, like, as a seeker, it's very demoralising to be defensively seeked against, if that makes sense. You know, snitching is quite difficult in general.
Yeah.
but
effective defensive seeking really messes with someone, and that
he's just whipped the
snitches
broom
really
out.
mess with people, to be honest.
I mean,
you can think you're an amazing defensive seeker, and then you'll lose concentration for a minute, and yeah, you're not on the broom.
Emily Mary there, just bringing
making
it back.
a nice pass back to Blamey.
After
Manatees,
having a good go as seeker.
Manatees are just testing this Muggle defense, but have got no bludger pressure up forward. Pass goes back to Mailing, and then across to Blamey. Having a look.
There's actually
Emily's work. Oh, intercept from Max! He's got the ball.
That's an interesting pass. I'm not sure that pass was deliberate.
It worked for him, and Ed'll drive here. He's gone. Oh!
Was that beat? I don't know. He was beat.
He was beat.
And
that's Muggle offense.
There is a next level seeking game happening here. James went over to beat the defensive Muggle seeker, but David was over there to try and steal the quaffle, not the quaffle, his bludger off him. So it's just a bit long. And there we go.
Yeah.
Erin having, first good attempt in a while.
Yep.
Long arms.
For the Manticores. Just getting outpowered by Dan. And
she's got around him.
Mary's gone. Emily Mary with the goal. Straight through middle hoop.
Yeah, Emily Mary very heavily believing in the spin to win, being held and then spun out rather well there.
Yeah.
And here we are. I can't help but feel the Snitch has had an easy game to be Snitch. He's only really had one seeker to deal with, and he can just use the other seeker as a guard.
Absolutely. Then seeing Max makes the pass over. Oh, Dan! No, Dan's missed the goal.
Score. He's going.
Mailing's got a full head of steam up, and
what a
is he right? Woo! And Mailing is just power.
He's
still
getting the ball on, basically
on a cheeky
rebound.
goal celebration, the assistant refs put up a hand. We'll see what this is for. And keeper's ball, Broom's down. I'm not really sure what for.
Yeah, neither am I.
Assistant ref put up a hand, and Brooms just went down.
So the gap now is 70 points. 70 points, which makes it 4 goals and a Snitch catch to equal it. Is it? Yep. No, my maths is correct.
Yeah.
It's all good. Defensive seeking hasn't worked. They're now further behind. They could have caught it earlier and, lost by 10. If they catch it now, they lose by 40. And, if it's caught by the Manticores at this stage, who are the only ones trying to catch it, it's a 100-point deficit, as opposed to, what could have been a 40-point deficit.
Pass goes to Dan, by the way. He's just had a show.
No score.
And Dan with the intercept.
Dan!
The bludger. He's gone round. Maddie's got the ball now.
That should be a score here, but drives. Underarm.
Just so many Manticores in front and around of goal. There's no way.
I don't understand how they didn't score there. I must admit,
in front of goal.
When you've only got 2 goals rather than 3, it makes your options much more limited.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Blamey's here with the quaffle. He's just testing that Muggle offense.
That is a solid tackle. Kind of grabbed his wrist, but again, it's a little bit of no harm, no foul.
Yeah, it looks like when Ed goes for one of those tackles, it's just kind of looking for that shock impact at first.
Yeah, I think what the Manticores are really trying to get here is for one of the beaters to throw the bludger and then make their move, because you're slowly building it up there. Neither of them wants to get rid of it. Backs out. Good move. He's beat. And there we go, there's the move, see?
Oh, well beat there.
What a great beat. Great beat. Great beat.
Oh, that would be a card, you'd think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a yellow card. I think that's pretty fair. You know, they shook hands. He has apologised. I don't think it was a malicious attack.
Yeah, but it was certainly
behind. It was quite. I'm not aggressive. Isn't the correct word. It's quite forceful contact too. I don't think anyone's hurt.
Definitely made impact.
What games are coming up after this one, Jack? And then it's Orange v Centaurs. That could be a good game, I think.
You say that playing it?
No, I'm in the blue team. That's the orange team. That's the A team.
That was a goal, by the way.
The final goal
for Blade.
Final game is Rackspurts Basilisks.
Yeah.
I think that will be a good game. You know.
Yeah, sure. You give us a little bit too much faith, but okay. No, I think it will be. I hope it'll be a good game.
I think a game can be good.
Look, I hope
even if it's not close.
I hope I'm not playing that game at 3 o'clock. But
at the moment, you very well could be. We are slightly behind.
This
game did start late though, and I think it's just gone for quite some time. I mean, they allow for 50 minutes, but you know, there's got to be a warm up, you know, to happen for the next game too. But again, I definitely think a seeking option other than defensive would have been very good. That is a great goal. You know, that is
20 points for style.
Yeah, I'd give him maybe not 10 points, like another 10 points for style, but give him like at least one extra point for style. Then that way, you know, there's not going to be a draw.
And man, there's at least 3 people on the Man's Cause subline with Seeker headbands on.
And there we go.
Williams is just mopping up as a beater.
Unlucky.
Mailing not being selfish and making the pass across and just straight through the middle of her 2 hands. And Mailing with another goal.
So
to make it 80 points the difference.
80 points the difference. Yeah, at some stage I think realistically the Muggles need to, you know.
No.
Now we're back recording?
Yeah.
Sorry for that brief interlude. Needed a battery swap, I believe.
SD card.
SD card. We ran out of room.
I'm cold. Yeah. Dan looking.
Emily, Mary trying very hard here to, you know, end the game. And what has not been a competition for a while. I suppose Manticores are almost at the point where it's max difference.
Oh yeah, look.
If they grab it, if they grab the snitch and they score another goal, it's max goal diff. So, you know, I realistically I don't feel another.
Oh, and that's another goal.
That's a good goal.
Just shooting a
just a pretty nice, easy little goal.
So colourful.
Wow, that is just a beautiful jersey.
Interesting.
They're new. I like them.
Yeah.
They're the Centaurs jerseys from Turkey. Another team in Turkey.
Oh, so there's a Centaurs team in Turkey.
Yeah.
And they got the Turkish team's version.
Yeah.
That's nice. Will they still be playing in the traditional green normally?
Hopefully not today. We'll see. Anyway, back to this game.
Yeah, back to this game, though. The ball's slowly moving up. But again...
Pass goes to Metropole Jack. Mailing. Work there. And here
Go. One bludger. That's a goal. That is an aggressive strategy. They've scored consecutive goals. That's not something they've done in some time. I think that makes it...
it should be 80.
That should be, it's 80-40 now. So it's still well out of snitch range.
Yeah.
But That is...
Mailing's just had a bit of a thing.
I can remember I did something similar, but I kicked the ball one week. Ball was down and I kicked it. I kicked it generally goalward, but it just kept rising. Problem is it went a pitch and a half long and I got carded for that. But that was a bad throw. There was many other things he could have done. Oh, Jesus, that's 3 in a row. 3 in a row.
Here come the Muggles, a very late comeback for them.
Well, the thing is, like, that's one thing I think people sometimes forget about Quidditch is there's no longest match, at least in this format. I know other codes have brought in maximum game lengths, but
there's no maximum length. Yeah.
Do you think the Muggles are scoring because the Manticores aren't playing defense as aggressively as they were, or do you think the Manticores aren't scoring because the Muggles have improved defense? And just as I say that, there's a hole in the Muggles defense.
No, I think it's just
the commentator's curse right there.
I think it's just the Manticores.
That's just so smart by James. Smart by James. Realised he was going to get beat and just kicked it back to his hoop.
Yeah.
You know, back to where he was going.
It's the little things.
It's the little things that, you know, you don't really think about as someone who doesn't play beta. It's not something I'd think to do. And again, slowly moving. They've gone wide. They've got one each side. They've got 2 wings, and I can't tell. I think that was beat in the end. Yeah, but we got a.
And he's Manticore. Far out, Ballum. What am I saying? Blamey has dropped the snitch, had it in his hands, and dropped it.
That's a very unfortunate thing.
We've also seen a return of the defensive pressure that Manticores are.
Yeah, exactly. And I think there's also been some degree of aggressiveness.
Yeah.
By James. I think James is the one that's really dictating the pace of the Manticores. And there we go. There's what you were talking about earlier, bringing it snitch side.
Yeah. In an attempt to allow a bit of beta pressure.
In an attempt to, give this. It's unlucky. Back to keeper. Snitch looks like he's having a great time. He hasn't had to run really anywhere, and I don't think he's really allowed to run anywhere at this stage.
Surely he can't.
Surely, I don't know how far we're in, but, you know, as time goes on, they're allowed to do less and less. And surely at this stage, he can do next to nothing.
Yeah. Williams is really working with defence hard. That defence is practically all James.
Yeah, again, we brought up earlier, but James is just a great player.
Yeah, doing very well.
And I think, you know, if you only had one, again, I'm not 100% sure. You know, people have different opinions. Maybe if you had one elite player and, you know, some good players, I think you'd probably take.
Emily just missing the goal, and not sure if Mary scored that or if it was called
I don't know.
I think it was called beat before.
Yeah, there's no goal signal, so I think that's what we're gonna have to go with. Would you prefer like an elite beater or an elite chaser?
Look, I think the elite beater has certainly been the difference this game.
Yes, absolutely.
In saying that, Mailing did score the first 7 goals for the Manticores.
He did, and I guess that's the thing.
And
who would you prefer to have on your team? I guess because I guess it might depend who else you've got.
I think it's I think it's also I don't know, it's not really the most practical discussion you could be having, considering it's what.
They're both the best are on the same team.
Yeah, well beat there from Williams again.
And again, Williams just so strong in defence.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything bringing it up. I feel the Muggles maybe could have used some subs, maybe run some more quick plays. Like, I understand quick plays aren't necessarily a big thing, because, you know, a lot of the time the Manticores have had bludger control. But, you know, they've got such a large sub-line. What's that? 8. I think they've got 8. 8 to like 4. So they've got double the subs. And if they really wanted to, they could just swap the entire team and they'd still have subs.
Mm.
Luke getting in there. Emily comfortably just holding the ball. Mailing. I don't think Mailing's being off.
Yeah, no, he hasn't been off. He's certainly had quieter periods.
He's had quieter periods where more so he's the one not making the plays.
Yeah.
But he's been on and this game has gone for some time. I imagine, there's some fatigue setting in. And if the Manticores were to have had more subs, I feel, things would be a little further in their direction. But we've had some very good defence on both parts. No goals scored in the last few minutes. Last one being Mailing again. And again, Mailing just stands there, draws, and there we go. Oh, what a great block.
Beat and blocks there.
Great block, I feel. Oh,
what a for Max. And
nice. Great swat.
Muggles have done very well to defend that.
They have done very well to defend that. One stage there was, I don't think there was any beaters in immediate area. So, and the Muggles continue to draw this game out. Yeah, do you think there's going to be a point where they give up defensive seeking? Because at the moment, they've done it for so long. You may as well do it to the end.
Part of me wants to say there has to be, but I just don't know, Tim. I just don't know. I fear for my assignments this afternoon.
So do I now, I think about it. I mean, I'm next game, but
Dude, I'm last game.
Your last game. Jeez, you got here early. You were here before me.
I've got an oral presentation to prepare for. I've got 300 words on a major 70% assignment to continue writing.
300 words isn't that many, unfortunately.
I've got to find all the references, though.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But let's get back to the game here.
Sorry,
it has just gone long.
That is where...
I've always wanted to, unofficially have... is that another
That was a block there, but from Cass this time.
That was from Cass. Yes. And again, Mailing passes. And
well blocked.
Emily Mary blocks it.
She'll just run. She'll just run. Power is what that is.
No.
Oh, she's popped it over the hoops for someone.
No, what was I going to comment? I've always wanted it's caught. We got a snitch catch here.
That is exciting.
Praise the Manticores. And it is clean.
Catch.
It's over. It's a 90-point victory with the snitch catch for the Manticores.